live from the City of Angels on Tuesday night. Why are we live? Why am I playing left field? Because we are in a state of emergency here right outside my door in Los Angeles. And if you guys don't know this, I'm telling you now, I used to be a breaking news guy. So I said, let's just go live and let's do this shit. I'm going to bring in KTLA Live. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to bring the map to you, tell you where I am, where these fires are. This is not a joke, right? This is not a typical, like, let's just get on here and, rant and rave about a movie. This is some serious shit, obviously. And the fact that it is no joke, like a Category 6 hurricane outside of the MMT studios here tonight in Los Angeles is enough for me to say, let's do this live. Let's go to KTLA first. They are live right now, and they are typically not in local news at 8 o'clock here in Los Angeles. But as you guys know, what I'm talking about tonight is the real deal. I mean, Malibu is an absolute disaster. Let's bring it in right now. You can have a look here live, and we'll dip in and have a listen to the live coverage from the reporter on the scene. Again, MMT Live here on this Tuesday night.
There's traffic everywhere. People are leaving. They're packing up, and the embers are hopefully not getting close, but the smoke certainly is. And the whole house is actually pretty full of smoke right now. So we got the car packed up. We are doing what I typically tell all the viewers to do.
So you're looking at Malibu / Pacific Palisades. They're right next to one another. Let me put in the map here. We'll go back to KTLA, back and forth here tonight for as long as I decide to go. Here is where we are discussing. Okay, so here's Malibu out here to the west of where we are. And the Palisades fire is right to the east and just a little bit to the west of the 405. So Pacific Palisades is one of the biggest celebrity enclaves out here. So many massive stars live right there in that area where you see it on your map. And as we zoom in, they just lost an elementary school, completely burnt down, stores on fire. I mean, this is legit apocalyptic stuff here tonight in the City of Angels. So as you can see here, let me pop in and get this a little bit on the 3D. I've got a great map here. You can see what this looks like, the evacuations and everything that's going on here tonight. Let me zoom in. So this is, again, just a little bit to the north of Santa Monica. Those of you who've been out here to Los Angeles, this is near the Getty Center, and you can see all of this evacuation order here. And you've got the mountains right there up against it, Pacific Palisades right here on fire. And right now, this is how bad it's getting. They are now saying they're going to try to make the fire line the 405. As we zoom in, there's the 405, right? It runs from LAX, essentially, if you're in Los Angeles, right? We'll start from there and go up through the west side. And you run up to the valley where I am here in Burbank. You have to go over the pass and you get here, but the fire is raging right here. And they're at the point where they're like, listen, the winds are so bad. Guys, I'm not kidding. Category 6. There isn't a Category 6 hurricane, to give you some idea of what I'm talking about. Okay. I had any minute here, I would not be surprised if the massive tree outside falls on the roof. That's how it feels. That's how it sounds. So it's that kind of night. And the fact that they're saying that we're going to use the 405 as our fire break spot is, look at how many houses we're talking about, right? These are all homes. These are all multi-million-dollar homes as you go from Pacific Palisades to Brentwood and then south. This is going to be Santa Monica. So if this fire continues, as you see it here, evacuation order, and continues across, as these winds are very, very much capable of carrying this thing across, then you're going to be talking about all of these homes in serious jeopardy as well. So this is not the typical, we've got this contained, it's 50 acres, which is still massive, right? This is 200 plus acres. This continues to grow. And as I pull it back, let me zoom over. So I'm here in Burbank. Let me show you where I am. I'm up here. You can see us as we go across the valley. There's Burbank. So we're broadcasting from right about here, right down the street from Disney. And if you go across, we now have a fire in Altadena, which is just a little bit north of Pasadena. And that is near the Rose Bowl. Okay, this fire's near the Rose Bowl, and we all just watched that game, of course, just a few days ago. Go Buckeyes. just take a moment to celebrate that win. But as we go back to this area, this is breaking out here in Altadena. You can see it right here. And let me pull in the other map because, I mean, and sometimes that 3D is a little bit disorienting. Let's go here. You can see this is the Getty. This is where we're talking about all this fire area right in here, right? Okay, so across we go, Beverly Hills. I'm up here again. There's Burbank, Glendale, and we go across to Pasadena. This is where the other fire has started right here at the Eaton Canyon Falls. This is where the other one is raging here. So we have multiple fires here. And the problem is you're not going to be able to get a handle on these things because the wind is gusting at like, it's got to be 70 plus miles an hour. I'm not kidding you. It's at least 40 plus on a steady basis. And the gusts are just going to shoot these flames across. Now, let's talk about another issue here in Los Angeles that I know the news networks don't want to talk about. That's what I do. Okay. If you've never watched MMT, first of all, welcome. And let me tell you, what I'm about to talk about is what KTLA, KABC, KNBC, they're not going to talk about what I'm going to talk about because we discuss what you're not supposed to discuss. We have a massive homeless problem here in this town. Okay? That's an understatement. And the fact that we have on a very consistent basis fires breaking out all over Los Angeles in the numerous homeless encampments that we have here across Hollywood, across Los Angeles, anywhere you go, you see it. And the fact that we have that at play, I'm just telling you that's another aspect that is here. I'm not telling you these were started by that. I'm telling you that it's not something you can rule out, okay? And that's what the local news is not going to talk about. But I'm just going to throw it out there because when you watch MMT, we do not hold back, nor should we, because we're fair. We're journalists ultimately. It's what I used to do, breaking news, man. When I was on local in Boston, in Milwaukee, in Orlando, and everywhere that you saw Eric Weber in the news in his suit, let me tell you that I was always objective. I am very much in the middle, but I also, when it's time to lay down the gavel and to deliver that judgment, I'm here to tell you I'm not going to hold back. And you guys know that. So tonight, as we dip back into KTLA, here they come. They're coming back right now. Let's have a look and listen again to KTLA Live as they discuss what's going on here tonight. These apocalyptic fires that are now stretching from Pacific Palisades all the way to Altadena. Now, that doesn't mean they're going all the way across Los Angeles, but either way, now we have borders established, basically on the west and the east. And the winds are not going to die down tomorrow. I heard they might go till Thursday. So we're talking about an event that is going to continue for the next 24, 48 hours. And when you talk about a situation like this, where you can't get a handle on the fires, they're only going to grow, right? And that's what we talked about, that break line along the 405. They're in a commercial, so I'm going to go back to that and show you. So this is the 3D map again. Go back out, and I'll show you 405 and where these fires are again. So we go up here. There's the evacuation zone there. The fires, you can see it in the red. Pacific Palisades. Brentwood is right there. And then the 405, you can see right there running north and south. If we start down at, let's say, LAX and roll up to the valley. So this is where they want to stop it. They don't want it to get across because then it jumps across. Now you're talking Mulholland Drive. You're talking about Bel Air. You're talking about Beverly Hills. You're talking about this gigantic area here that, again, is surrounded in mountains. So we can just have that fire keep going. They've got to stop it. But it's not going. This is not an easy assignment here tonight. This is a brutalizing one for everyone involved. And you see Chris Pratt out there. You saw Gutenberg, who is our local Malibu, Pacific Palisades guy. And they're out there trying to help out, saying, man, these firefighters, they are going to be working round the clock for the next 48 plus hours. It is so bad here, okay? And again, as I come to you live from Burbank, the winds outside are howling, okay? So if that's what's happening here, trust me, it's even more so over along the coast. They are still in a break because let me tell you, having worked in local news, listen, this is big time commercial money at the end of the day. There are so many people watching this live on KTLA, KABC, KNBC, all of the locals. And that said, they know they're going to push some ads right now. It's just how it works, man. Local news is a big time moneymaker for local stations. I used to work for local stations, so I understand the concept of making a ton of cash on your commercial spots, especially when you have a captive audience like they do here tonight. Thanks for being here live from the City of Angels, always live here on MMT, even though we're not talking about movies tonight. I mean, tangentially we are, because Hollywood's located right here, as you guys know. And one thing that's really, I don't like to see, and hopefully you're not one of these people, I'm telling you, if I see one more person that's far right going, oh, burn Hollywood, oh, serves them right. First of all, have a soul, okay? Have a fucking soul. And whether you think they do or not everybody out here worships a pagan god, okay? So let's stop that shit. I'm so tired of everyone being so goddamn political about stuff. Can't you just say for a moment, let's say a prayer for the people involved here? Not everybody whose house is burning down is part of evil Hollywood. These people, man, you're wrong. There's something wrong with you. Don't do that shit. Be better than that. And we're not like that, okay? So if you're looking for that, you're not going to get it here at MMT. It's not how I play, okay? Yeah, we go hard when it's time, but I'm not about to say, oh, good for everybody losing their houses here because Hollywood's shit and a bunch of woke assholes. Ugh. I mean, these people are one-note losers. Remember that. One-note fucking losers. And I will call them out all day, all night. You think I'm running from these motherfuckers? No chance. We're doing this shit live, and I'm not about to spare anyone's feelings because they're being dicks about people losing their livelihoods and their lives in some cases here tonight. Just delete your Twitter if that's what you want to do. If that's what you're going to do on Twitter, don't tweet. Shut the fuck up. Have a soul and some humanity here tonight as people are hurting. Let's go back to KTLA. Looks like they're back live. Let me pull up the volume. You can see they're going to be nonstop. In fact, are they still in commercial? There might be an issue going on with their live. Let's go back to the map, and I'll show you again where we are. I'll take some comments here tonight as well, and I'm going to go to Twitter and just gun through a whole bunch of stuff that's going on right now, because every second in my timeline is something from down the street, right? Down power lines, fires, trees down, everywhere here. Let me pop up X and let's just gun through here and say, you can see right here, this is from a while ago, Getty Museum, right? Getty Museum's in trouble because I just showed you again back to the map. As we look at that, Getty Museum is roll back across, and we look, you can see it right here. There's the Getty right there, right? And the fires are right over here. You can see. So it's right straight line. I mean, there's houses in here, but again, it's all mountainous. These are little roads that lead back up here into these multi-million-dollar houses. Here's Kenter Canyon Elementary. It's one of the elementary schools just burned down. It might be this one. I'm not positive. It's one of them. Here's this one. You can see right here. These streets are very small. I was up there about 2 years ago in the Malibu area on these streets, the Pacific Palisades Malibu area, and it all looks like this, right? Little 2-lane roads that go up the hill. You get the elementary school and you get houses down the way. And that's essentially what it looks like all up and down through this entire area we're talking about here tonight. Let me roll out and go back to the map and show you. We were just looking somewhere right about in here when I was showing you that non-3D map. Here is San Vicente Boulevard there. You've got Sunset up here coming across, and that's right there. Can you guys see Sunset? It's right there. Yep, there it is. So this would be Brentwood right here. Let me get rid of the legend. I don't need the legend. I know exactly where I am. 405, and then you come across into Brentwood and across the Sunset Boulevard, and you end up in the Pacific Palisades. Okay, KTLA is back live. Let's go to them and have a listen.
What that does is it opens up some funding, and it opens up some resources for us. Also, getting the governor's office involved, that opens up additional resources for us as well.
All right. Oh, thank you so much, Captain, for talking to us. I'll be checking back in with you in just a bit here. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. The very latest from the command post here, Will Rogers State Beach, and we'll continue to keep you guys updated. For now, Mary Beth McDade, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Mary Beth, thank you. The silver lining in the face of all this devastation, you heard the PIO say it there, no one has been hurt that they know of, which is remarkable in the face of all the devastation we are seeing. Devastation that is being revealed from a very revealing vantage point. Rachel Menitoff has been roaming through the neighborhoods in Pacific Palisades, showing us home after home burning.
So you can
Rachel,
see
what do you
Micah
have
on the
now?
left. That was me in my past life. For those of you, this is
Micah,
why I'm
that's
doing what I'm
right.
doing tonight. Because I'm
Right
like, I can
now,
do this
we are
local
on
breaking news stuff. I
Compass
did it all the time.
Lucas
I did it for like
Drive.
4 hours. So I can do
Drive,
this.
and I
I'm
want to show
good.
you what
But
we're
you can see,
seeing.
here's the
You can
reporter.
see
She's
the
going through this
orange
really
hue above us,
eerie
and
look
then
at
several
this,
fire
again,
trucks in the distance, and
apocalyptic
that's because
scene
there
that
are
you're
several
looking at.
homes in this
These
area that are
trees on
completely
fire, the
engulfed in
homes
flames.
on
We want to
fire.
start with one
Guys,
that's
the
on our left.
losses
Benjamin, if we
here
can
are
drive
going to
straight,
amount to the
the
billions
embers
of
are
dollars,
just
okay?
moving
Because these
street. The
houses
home
are all
itself is a
multi-million dollar
complete
houses.
loss.
You
We
do not
actually
live in
heard the
Pacific
moment
Palisades
when
or
the entire
Malibu
structure
and live in
collapsed, a large
anything
thud,
under,
and
hell, 2 million.
the home is
So these are all
completely
massive,
looked and still engulfed in flames. It was so
gigantic
difficult to put these
McMansions,
fires out
and
because
you're
of these
talking about
heavy
a lot
winds. Now,
of
what's
real estate
amazing to
value
me is
that
that
is
the
up in
home
flames
next
literally here
door
tonight
is
in
untouched,
Malibu, Pacific
although that
Palisades,
could
and let's
change at a
hope it does
moment's
not continue to
notice. This
spread
home completely
east
destroyed.
across the
The home right next
405.
door,
I mean, it
completely
could
fine.
be, if
Obviously,
it
we
gets to
know
the
that
405
the homes next
and the
door are in a
wind
very precarious
is
position. I
making this
saw a couple of
again
people
such a
watering down their
difficult thing
lawns
to
and their homes
stop. I
as a
mean,
way to
you
try to
normally put that fire line in,
prevent
right? So nothing beyond this
destruction.
point. No way,
And it's
man.
kind of
You
eerie
can't.
around
With
here.
the
You
winds that
see
are going
the
on right
holiday
now
lights. You know, we just
outside
came
my
off
doors,
New Year's
there's
and the
no
holiday
way
season, and all of the
that
lights are
you're going to
still
be able
up,
to
and
stop
yet
this
there is no
fire like you
destruction
would
in
normally
neighborhoods.
without
If
those
you make a left
massive
here, there's
gusts.
another
You know,
home
you look at the
off of
Santa Ana
Lucas
winds that come in
Drive
here typically this
that
time of year.
also went
Wasn't
up
that
in
hot
flames. You
today?
can see
It's
some
a
of the homes
version of
are
the Santa Ana
completely
winds.
fine
I'm not,
at the
listen, I'm not a
moment, and then
meteorologist,
you
never
have a
played one
house
on
like
television,
this one
but I can
to the
tell
right of
you
us
that
that
regardless
has
of the
burned
origin of
to the
these things,
ground.
these are some of
The
the
chimney
strongest
that's
winds I've
left,
ever felt anywhere.
but
And
it
I lived in
is
Florida
a total
through
loss. Once
hurricanes,
a
and I don't
beautiful
remember winds howling
multi-million
like this.
dollar house
Again,
now
I'm just shocked the tree outside has
reduced to
not come
rubble,
crashing down on the
and the
roof.
problem is these
I'm not
embers
kidding you.
start flying
I'm
in the air.
expecting
They
during
start
this
flying
stream,
through the
you'll have a
trees, and that's how
gigantic
this
thump
fire
and then
spreads.
stuff
Those
will
small
fall down and
embers
you'll know
look
that the
too
tree fell. That's
benign,
coming. It
move to
really
another
feels like
house,
it because
and
that's how
then it becomes
vicious this
engulfed in
is. But again, you
flames.
can see the
Luckily, the
picture on the
homes on
right
either side
is the
are
B-roll from
untouched. You can see the
earlier
fire
or a
from a
different
different
it could be a
vantage
different live camera
point.
because KTLA's got tons
Hard
of
to
cameras
tell
out
if
there.
it's the
You can see
same
that's there,
house,
and
but I
she's
believe
here
it is. I
at
believe it's just
inside
one
Pacific
large
Palisades up on
home.
these roads. This is
And you
very
see the
dangerous
flames
for a
just
reporter
shooting
to be
through the
there.
roof, and then
And
the
that's
house
one of the
next
things,
door
you
is
know, listen, we
untouched.
make fun of
There is
local
a
news,
huge fire
okay?
presence over
I
here at
certainly
the
do.
moment. It's
But
hard
when you
because
look at these
there are
reporters
so
out
many of
here,
these
they're
fires,
doing some
and
very
only
dangerous shit
so
right
many
now,
crews
okay?
that can
You're
get
up
them.
here with these
We're just to
winds.
give you a
This
perspective.
could all of a
We're
sudden
not far from
become a
Sunset
situation you can't
Boulevard.
get out of there. So if
This is
you're covering
obviously
this,
an area
you
where
better
people have
make
been told to
sure
evacuate. I have
you've
seen a
got a
couple of
clear
people
path
who
out of
have
there.
been
And there's no
watering
way to
down
assure
their
that tonight.
homes in an effort
You
to
can't
preserve
because
their
of the fact those
livelihood, you
winds
know, what they've
are
worked for
howling
so many
as
years.
strong as
And
they
then what we're
are.
also
And I'm
seeing
going to pull this down a little bit on the
further
volume.
east
I'm going to go back and go to Twitter and we'll get a few more of those and we'll pop back to KTLA. Again, thanks for joining us live here from the City of Angels on this Tuesday night, the rare MMT Tuesday, and it's not even about movies because I figure here's the deal. Let me explain something. No one's better than we are live. Nobody in the space, not a single person. It's not a contest. Also, when we do live news, I can handle this. I'm going to show you guys how you get it done here tonight. That's why I said let's go live. I'm not going to sit around and listen to the winds. I'm going to come on live and show you how you do it live. Not all these pretenders that you guys follow on Twitter that have a bunch of political axes to grind. I don't have any of that shit. I'm here to tell you that this is a tragedy for everybody who is losing homes, schools, lives. It's happening here tonight, and it's going to continue to be an issue for the next 48 hours minimum. Here's a tweet. Los Angeles Fire Department has asked local TV stations that are all doing wall-to-wall live coverage of the devastating fires to put out word they need all firefighters in LA to call mobile command center and give their availability. I just said that off the top. I mean, I didn't even see this tweet, and I told you guys, if you're a firefighter anywhere in Southern California, you're now mobilizing to get your ass here now, and you're going to be working for the next 48, 72 hours. I mean, this is the worst I've ever seen it, and I've seen some bad ones out here. This is not hyperbole when I tell you this is apocalyptic stuff, okay? And I'll tell you, we've seen a lot of this. It's not just this here in Los Angeles. We just saw what happened through Appalachia, right? We're seeing unparalleled weather events. I've never seen anything. Have you? No, of course you haven't. Don't get me into why I think that is. We're trying to do news here tonight, but I'm here to tell you, and I've talked about this on MMT Gets Freaky. I'm not kidding you when I tell you there's something coming. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to go all biblical on you. I'm just going to tell you everything that I see, and there's one thing I've been good at throughout my life. There's other than evaluating films. I'm good at feeling what is occurring. I can tell you right now, something bad's coming. And that's what we're seeing. It's not weather manipulation from the government. It is weather manipulation from something incoming. That's all I'm going to say. And you can disagree with me and say this guy's crazy and leave the stream. I don't care. Just remember this. When you have your view of what I'm talking about and when it comes to light, remember who was the first to tell you that. Because I'm not messing around. When I tell you something's going to happen, I'm always right. Ask the people who watch MMT, like, this guy's always right. Damn right. All right, let's continue here. I mean, listen, I can go crazy on you and show you some stuff that you wouldn't even, you're like, you're not going to be able to sleep tonight, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to show you the fires tonight. By the way, you wouldn't get this on local news. This is my last post in a while. I don't even know what to do anymore with this place getting wiped off the map. Absolute destruction every turn. Palisades fire season. You can see it here. Here's the video. And again, it's just actually where KTLA. Let me switch it back here. You can see it there. It's the same kind of thing we saw with the live shot from the reporter. Look at this. I mean, again, this is so dangerous for anybody. You got to get the hell out of there. And, listen, again, these people have everything in their homes. Imagine you in your house here tonight, and all of a sudden you got to grab the essentials. I'm talking about cat, dog, wife, kids. Get the hell out of there. Not in that order, okay? But you got to move. And everything you have is gone because this is what it's going to look like. And it's not ending tonight. Guys, this is not ending tonight. This is going to continue, again, for the next 48 hours. As you can see here, it's just absolutely some of the most harrowing stuff you're ever going to see. And let's go back and continue along and have a look. Horrific. Here's another one reaching the ocean. You can see palm trees on fire there. Those things are gone. And look at this. It is apocalyptic. I mean, it's not hyperbole to say what you're looking at is end of the world stuff. And we're seeing it over and over. Again, near Brentwood, you can see, look here. This is multi-million-dollar homes up and down that entire area. Let's go back and go to the map one more time. Those of you just joined us here on this Tuesday night, go for a little bit longer. I mean, I could go for 4 hours if you want. I'm not gonna. I don't have live reporters to throw to, but I can definitely talk for 4 hours. I once did a 3-hour Avatar 2 hate stream, 3 hours by myself. So don't question me if I can talk about the fires for 3 hours. Here we go. You can see again back to this 3D map, and this is Pacific Palisades. Over here would be Malibu as we come down the coast into Pacific Palisades, across to Brentwood and the Getty Center and 405 here. And this is where they want to set that break right there at the 405. Getty Center's right there. That's the Getty Center right here. Do you see that? So there is the 405 as it goes northbound through the Sepulveda Pass and ends up here in the valley. And I am over here in Burbank as we scoot across the valley floor. And we are broadcasting from right over in this area right here. This is Burbank. And again, Altadena has the other fire, and it's right here. And again, I would not be surprised overnight to see more and more fires pop up. And I bring it back to that. I told you guys before, I'm not going to play games. I'm not going to hold back. We have a problem with the homeless here. Okay. And I'm telling you this because we have homeless fires all the time. You have no idea. All the time. Every time I drive down to Orange County, I come back, there is a small brush fire on the way back. Because as you get closer to LA along the 101 and the 5, there's a bunch of areas where there's homeless that are living like off the side of the freeway. And they start fires. They get cold, they start a fire. So if that happens tonight, if you start a fire tonight, there you go. Boom, it's on. And then we've got LA on fire, Hollywood on fire. Okay, it's not something you can ignore. It's not a part of the story that we can pretend doesn't exist. It 100% exists. Anybody who tells you otherwise is agenda-driven or afraid to say realities, which we're not. Why? I'm not going to start tonight. When have I ever said, oh, I'm going to stop being real? No, I'm going to be 100% real right now. We have a major problem. Many cities in this country, in the world, has a major problem with the homeless. Okay? I don't know how to fix it. I can just tell you that you don't think that could be an issue. Hell yeah, it could be. Hell yeah. Okay? So again, this is the thing that scares me most about this story is, listen, I'm in Burbank. I don't live up against a mountain, so that's good. If you live anywhere against any area with mountainous, with any kind of brush, I'm telling you, I would not feel safe over the next 48 hours because these winds, all it takes is one ember and bang, it is on. Okay. So we're talking about, as you can see, Pacific Palisades, but ultimately this thing spreads and goes and continues east. You got the Altadena fire again over here, and that comes across. And then we're talking about Glendale. You're talking about, La Cañada. You're talking about Pasadena. All of that's tangential. And then eventually you'd make your way over here to Burbank. As you can see here, there's Burbank, and then we've got the mountains on the eastern border of our town here. And you can see the valley is just a flat, obviously. It's the valley. But you have the Hollywood sign right in here. These are the Hollywood Mountains right here. You can see Hollywood sign will be right in here. Right about, I don't know why they don't have it on this map. They really should. It's right here. But you can see Universal City right there. That's Universal right here. This is all Universal. Okay. And right here, you've got houses all along. These are mountains right in here where I'm gunning through. This is all like Mulholland. And you come down, there's homes all built inside of these mountains all along the sides. There's Laurel Canyon Park right there. All these multi-million-dollar homes. Nothing there now, but I'm here to tell you that if anything sparks up, this whole area could be an issue. So this is not just about Pacific Palisades. That's my fear, is that it's not going to just stop here. We're going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be here. And it's going to be here. We already have it in Altadena. And you can see if we're in Altadena and we keep going over, you can keep going over, that way. Right. Here we go. Let's go. This is Pasadena. There's Altadena. Look at all this space, right? There, La Cañada, multi-million-dollar homes there. You can see all of this, right? And again, because of the winds, all of this is vulnerable, every bit of it. So that's why tonight is more fearful than I've ever been here. And I'm just, thank God I don't live up against the mountain, because if I did, I'd be sleeping with one eye open right now, 100%, because listen, it's going to get really bad. It's going to get worse, right? It's going to get much worse before it gets better. Here's more evacuations on Las Flores Canyon. This is in Malibu. LA scanner is really good. Let me just go and have some latest here. Person trapped at Padilla Chica. This guy, look here, Los Angeles scanner. All this dude does is tweet out. Okay, all this dude does tweet out stuff that happens in LA. I can't believe what is happening right now. I've never seen anything like it. Why do you think we're live? Because of this. Because exactly, LA police pursuits. This is nuts. Never seen anything like it. It's stunning. Everyone, it is. It is. This is going to end up being an event this town will have etched into its soul for the remainder of time. That's how strong this is going to be bad. It's going to get worse, so much worse. Okay, so that's why I'm here live, and you can see. Look at all these updates. I mean, it's just nonstop. Look at all these cars. So these cars, I don't know if you saw this video. Check this out. These cars were in Pacific Palisades, and they were blocking the road. They brought in a bulldozer to move all of these. I mean, nice cars, Pacific Palisades. You're not going to get too many junkers up there. And you can see just there, let's get them out of the way. We got to get up here. And look, it's all burnt out. All these cars. You talk about all the insurance losses on the cars, on the houses, on lives. Ultimately, lives, right? I mean, cars are getting to be replaced. Houses can be replaced. Nobody wants to deal with that. Certainly, it's one of the biggest things that you'll ever have to deal with in your life. But you can't replace a life. Therefore, that's why we've got to try to contain this as much as possible. and get everyone out of there. Most importantly, get everyone out of the situation, because if they continue to stay, their lives are at risk. That's how it's going to be. KTLA is still in a break right now as we get ready for them to come back. I mean, Channel 11's on as well. All of them are on, but I can only really want to have one up at one time. They're going to come back in a second, and I'll go for just a little bit longer. Any other updates we'll see. Let me go back to the bigger map here, just like the non-3D map, to give you an idea of this. Those of you who aren't here in the LA area, this map is really solid. Okay, so again, this is where the Palisades fire is right here. Okay, you see it? Right there, and it is growing. So it's going west to Malibu, okay, Malibu over here, and it's going east towards Brentwood. This is Brentwood in here. This is the Getty Center again. All this area, Santa Monica down here, this is all, again, every house in this area is multi-million. Okay, there's no place that you can live anywhere where I'm gunning this map around that is less than $1.5 million. And that's probably for like a townhouse. I mean, you got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air mansions right here, right? That's where they filmed it. Not the actual show, it was an NBC, but you know what I'm saying, the exteriors. And then you can see again back here, zoom out, and we go all the way across LA to Pasadena. And again, Altadena is where that other fire is. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one right now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something else in Pasadena, because Pasadena is up against that mountain, Altadena, all up there. Let's see here, LAFD. This is from 2 hours ago. Give me a second. Let me see what this is. Let's get the latest from them. They've got a press conference planned 8 a.m. tomorrow, Zuma Beach. Man, listen, I can't imagine what that press conference is going to say. It's going to be not, we've got a handle on this. It's going to be, we've lost hundreds of houses. We have people missing. We have billions in lost, again, houses and cars and people's furnishings, everything in your home gone because of what we're seeing here tonight. Let's go back and see what else we see on Twitter. Hit the live, and I want to see the following because I don't want to see the For You. For You sends me something from like 4 hours ago. Following is quick and to the point, and right now, here we go. Look, this is live. This is from Pasadena, and you guys can see. Let me hit that one. Hold on, give me a second. Let me do that. Patients being raced across roadways. Extreme fire danger in Pasadena. Outside this 7-Eleven, you can see it right here. I don't know where this is. Trust me when I say this, I've been to every 7-Eleven in LA. I have a problem with Big Gulps, especially Diet Mountain Dew. So if it has Diet Mountain Dew on Big Gulp, I've been to the 7-Eleven. And even if it didn't, I've gone in to see if it did. I can tell you that this looks like, I mean, look at this. This is Pasadena. Because Pasadena is up against that mountain, just like we saw with Jacob. Thank you. You know, just like we saw with all of the Pacific Palisades, Altadena, anywhere that is bordering, right, the mountains, you got to get the hell out of there, man. You got to go. You got to go. You got to get your essentials. And I'm talking about your kids, your wife, and your dog and cat. Maybe a hamster, and that's it. You got to get out of there. Nothing else comes. But that's just insane. And again, this is Pasadena, just like I told you. This is 11 minutes ago. I call this is going to get so much worse. This is not even close to being anywhere near completion. Okay. Okay, this is what I'm going to go off on someone, guys. You guys ready? This is where here's Libercat or Liberacat. Yes, they made bad choices in voting for Democrat majority, but they're still people at the end of the day. They're Americans just like us. Pray for these Californians. They finally realize Democrats aren't the solution. They're part of the problem. Okay, I'm sorry. Did the Democrats set these fires? Now, listen, I'm not here to defend Gavin Newsom. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Guys, give me a break. That ain't going to happen. But I'm also not going to try to politicize. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why do you listen to someone who politicizes? Listen, I know the Dem. Shut up. Just talk about the fire. Why are you doing this shit, Libercat? Oh, aren't you great? Mr. fucking Tribal. These people are just useless. They're useless scum suckers, man. They really are. They're all literally a version of some kind of grifter, right? It's always a grifter. Whatever my party wants to hear, and that means liberal or conservative, right or left. Like, look at that cat turd. You talk about a guy who's, what are you doing, man? All he does is punch out his points that are all, and I'm not saying I don't agree with some of those, but I'm just saying, why do you listen to someone who says exactly what you expect them to say every time? You don't get that here. I say shit all the time. You're like, what? That's what you get because I'm objective, because I'm in the middle. Yeah, I know. I do lean one way or the other on the issues, but I'm not going to talk about politics here tonight. Thank God Hollywood's burning. Can you imagine these scum suckers saying that shit? You're a shitty person. You know, conservatives love to call out liberals when they're like, oh, I want to see Donald Trump die. And no one's saying they shouldn't. But how about you call out a conservative for saying, oh, I'm glad Hollywood's burning? What the fuck? Why are we not doing that? You see, that's the world I play in. I don't play in the world. We play in both sides. So don't be coming in here saying, I hope Hollywood burns and everyone dies out there, and then get angry when someone says, I hope Trump dies. They're both terrible. Do you understand that? Do you not understand this shit? Stop being like that. Either way, don't get me started on the CEO, the health thing. Don't even get me started on that. There's something wrong with you if you're cheering on this shit, okay? Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency, Palisades fire. Yeah, of course. 13,000 structures, displacing 30,000 people. Again, this is from 2 hours ago. This isn't even now. Let me go to Raw Alerts right now because I do like some of the things that Raw Alerts does. Let's see what they're going on right here. We'll go back to KTLA 2. Let's just share that. I'm going to look through here. Here's KTLA Live. Let me pop it up. You guys can listen in.
He was one of the people who was on his way out on foot, no less, as sheriff's deputies and fire department personnel were telling him and other residents in this area to evacuate immediately. So he just was devastated, a look of shock on his face. You could just tell he couldn't believe what he was seeing. But that's about the only resident we've been able to speak with. Fortunately, we just saw a crush of vehicles leaving this area as we were approaching, and that's because authorities have been telling people to evacuate, doing so quickly, and it looks like a lot of people, we don't know how many, of course, but it looks like a lot of people are heeding those evacuation orders and getting out of here because, as you can see, this fire is just spreading out of control. Sherry, you asked about our safety and how these fires can get away,
safety.
have a mind of their own and get away from you. Well, we do have some situational awareness here. We are right on top of an LA County fire crew.
Yes.
This is our exit right here. We're not surrounded by any flames. We've got the fire right in front of us, and of course, it's dangerous. It's dangerous for sure, but we are not boxed in by any means. And if we were to walk out onto the sidewalk here, up and down the street, you'll see these engine crews that are providing structural protection for all these homes here on.
Listen, guys, the winds are hellacious tonight. So you don't think that one of those embers can fly off into a bush and start a fire like right there where he's doing the live shot? I mean, I'm telling you what, you couldn't pay me to do his job. No way. Listen, when I did local news, I was the guy behind the desk they're throwing back to, right? Let's throw it back to you, Eric. And I'd be like, okay, let's wrap and do all this. I was not the guy out there in the field. I have a buddy, Justin, who works for the Weather Channel, who does all that. He's always out here in the middle of this shit. He's crazy. He loves this stuff, though. It's like, it's like Twisters. Go back, hey, bring in the movies, right? Go back and look at Glenn Powell's character. If you can ride it, what is it again? I forget the line, but yeah, Twisters. Yeah, that's people get a rush out of this, the storm chasers. But for a reporter, he can talk about being safe. But look, that's right there. The winds are so strong that all it takes. Look at them blow. It's not like it's like that house is going to be gone. This house we're looking at will be gone by 11 o'clock tonight. It's going to be gone. Everything you're looking at will be toast. And I'm not just saying that like, oh look, no, dude. You don't understand. The winds are going to take that fire right through there, and you can have as many fire trucks as you want. I'm telling you what, I'm getting the fire truck. I'm going further down. And I know, listen, people are like, why aren't the firefighters fighting it? There's a point where you can't stop this. Do you guys understand? They cannot sit here and hold back the flames that continue to grow. At some point, you just have to let it go. And so we're talking about making that brake line, making it the 405, which is way across. If that's the case, that means Brentwood is about ready to get torched, okay? And then if it gets further down than that, Santa Monica, back to the map. Let me show you guys one more time on the map. Let me go back across, hit this. We'll go back to KTLA here in a minute. You can see here it is. So this is, again, Palisades Fire where they are right now. Okay, let me see if I can find Eaton. It's in here. but let's assume we're basically where he is doing the live shot right now. And then if you let it continue to go east, you're going through here. This is, again, Pacific Palisades / Brentwood. Brentwood here. You guys have heard a lot about Brentwood. Ton of stars live there too, right? So between Brentwood and Pacific Palisades, you're talking about the majority of big-time A-list actors and actresses that live in that area, okay? Now, listen, it's a movie channel, so I, of course, have to talk about that, but it is another angle. Now, ultimately, no one is suggesting these houses or the people inside of the houses have more value than somebody who is living in a smaller house, not in Brentwood. No one's ever going to say. I'm just saying it's still going to be part of the story that it's a celebrity enclave that is burning tonight. And it'll continue, if it does, all the way through Brentwood. Again, all these houses are 2 million plus. 2 million easily. Hold on. Let me just pull up Zillow, and we'll just go to Zillow, and we'll go to, again, it's live. I can do whatever I want. Let's go to Brentwood. Hold on. Brentwood. Okay, got it. Let's hit this, and we'll just go for sale. Let's go to, here we go. Here comes Zillow. Let's have a look at some of these houses, and we'll zoom in here to where we are. By the way, I'm doing this while I hear KTLA in my background. So I'm literally talking and showing you houses while this is in my back. This is what you have to do when you do live. What the hell is this? What's it up in Brent? I don't want to go to San Francisco. Los Angeles. Here it is. That's why I was looking at it going, where is this? I don't even know where this is. Okay, here we go. Damn it, man. Why is this so hard? Why is my computer doing this to me? Here we go. Okay, look. So here we go. Here's one right here. 3.15 million. This is right in Mandeville Canyon. This is right where the fire is, right? So this is, I got to turn the volume down. I got the weather gals like now on my ear. Good. I can just give me a second. This house, 3.1, okay? 2,500 square feet. This is right where the fire is, where this is. Okay. So look, this is where we were, right in here. Look at all these houses, right? Okay. 4 million, 15. Here's a $15 million house right here. 15. Okay. 6 bedrooms. Let's pop on that. This thing's going to burn down 100%. 100%. Look at this thing. This house is going to be gone because it's right there. $15 million house. See, there's your canyon, right? Look out the back. You can see this, right? Go look at this picture again. Let me zoom in. I don't know if I can zoom in. It goes past it. But you can see there, you're just right up against the mountain. So that's where the fire is. I mean, these houses are dead. They're gone. Let's go back and look here. Hold on. Let me go back and look at this. There's one up I saw for 75 million. I swear to God, I saw. Yep, here it is. 75 million. It's a lot. Well, guess what? The lot's not going to be 75. Everything's going to burn down. I mean, if you want to raise the lot, right? You want to have a brand. Oh, 75,000. I'm sorry. I thought it was 75. We got to have a little bit of laugh here tonight with everyone. I mean, this is, good Lord, 6.5 million, 6.8. Beautiful home. Goodbye. I'm not doing this like this is a comedy hour. I'm like, oh, he's heartless. I'm just telling you, it's the reality. 11.5 million. Look at this. Again, what did I tell you? All these houses. Forget what I said about 2 million. Make it 4. 4 million out here. This is in Malibu. Pacific Palisades. Here's one, 4 million. You see, this is what we're talking about. I mean, this is all these houses. Not all, but a lot of them are going to be gone. I mean, look at the numbers. Look at this shit. 7 million, 5, 25 million. Here's one for 25. Look at this, 7 bedrooms. Look at that thing. Eyes wide shut mansion. I mean, we gotta have a little bit of fun here tonight. Here's one for 25 Mandeville Canyon. That's exactly where we just were. This is right in the prime fire. They could actually add that to the listing. Prime fire area. I mean, listen, I'm sorry we have to do this. I gotta have it because I mean, listen, it's stop. What we're seeing here tonight, 18.6 million. Good God, that's an awesome house. But again, you're right here, right along the fire. All these houses are toast. I mean, they're just gone. Amalfi Drive, a lot of celebrities, 25 million here, 17. You get the point, guys. Look at this. There's a $209,000 lot. It's probably like an acre. Like you can build a shed here. Here's a $50 million house. This one's gone too. Goodbye. But no, I mean, seriously, look, right? Hold on. I don't want to, should we request a tour or not? Hold on. Let me hit some of these buttons. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There we go. See, look, you can see what I'm talking about. It's literally up against the mountain. So as soon as this is all on fire behind you, goodbye to the house. Goodbye, $50 million house. Insane. Absolutely insane. KTLA is now in weather. Let's look real quickly and we talk about what the conditions are going to be for the next, I think, 72 hours. Let's have a listen to KTLA back in.
Are going to be consistently and persistently at those wind speeds. By the time we get to 250 on Thursday morning, even Wednesday evening, some of those winds will begin to subside. But remember, we're still going to get intermittent winds, which is what you are seeing. So that's why even when the high
This, by the way, she's at Thursday. She's at Thursday. She's not. That's not tomorrow at 2:50. Thursday. So basically, we have all day tomorrow to get through. Okay. By the way, I see this comment here. And I'm here. Listen, I'm Jerry. I'm not saying. As long as you guys understand, when I mention this, I'm not saying that's the cause. I'm telling you that we have homeless fires here all the time. All the time. Okay? Ask anybody in Hollywood. And again, as I come home from the beach on Sundays after playing volleyball, I come up the 5 and I usually go 101 or 5, and there's always a fire. There was what last Sunday, fire on the side because a homeless person who lives there started it. I'm just telling you, that's one of the issues. And if Gutenberg was there, I think let's see if we can find Gutenberg. Give me a second. Let me see if we can find the video of Gutenberg. Hold on, Gutenberg. I haven't typed that name into a search bar in a long time. Here we go. Let's go here. Here he is. I got it. Let's listen to Steve Gutenberg.
If anybody has a make here on Palisades Drive, if anybody has a car and they leave the keys in the car. So that we can move your car, so that these fire trucks can get up Palisades Drive. Yeah. What's happening is people take their keys with them as if they're in a parking lot. This is not a parking lot. Yeah. We really need people to move their cars.
And that's what we talked about, right? So he's there in Pacific Palisades, and you've got these cars being abandoned because no one can go anywhere. It looks like that movie from Netflix, which I never watched with Julia Roberts, right? The internet goes down and all. I never watched it, but I know about any name an end of the world movie. Greenland, which I just referenced in a tweet recently. You look at that. Anything that's end of the world, we can't go anywhere. We got to get out of our car and walk. Okay, so that's what he's saying. But you got to leave your keys in there. Of course, they're not thinking that. So Gutenberg's kind of. I get what he's saying, but no one's going to leave their keys in their car. Not in L.A. I mean, it'd be gone. Yeah, either burn or be stolen. That's the thing. So I get what he's doing, and he's great out there trying to help. You saw Pratt's tweeting a lot here tonight. Let's listen to some more Gutenberg.
If you leave your car in Palisades Drive, leave the key in there so a guy like me can move your car and get them up there so that these fire trucks can get up there. It's really, really important.
Thank you for talking to us live, sir. What's your name?
My name is Steve Gutenberg.
I gotta say, that's my favorite thing. I hadn't heard it until that moment. I heard that's what happened. The reporter's like, "What's your name, sir?" Steve. Oh my God, 3 men and a baby. Let's look. I see this from Kim. I did see this while I was going on live. Thanks for reminding me. Santa Monica is being told to get the hell out of there. Hold on, let me put in Monica. Give me 1 second. I got to search this again. We're live as always on MMT. We don't do this shit taped. The fire in Pacific Palisades. Let's see. Again, you can see it right here. What I talked about throughout, that we're going to go. This thing's going to continue. It's not going to just stop in Pacific Palisades. But yeah, Santa Monica's got mandatory evacuation for areas above San Vicente between Ocean and 26th. Use Wilshire. Okay, let me just show you where that is. Go back to the map. We go to Santa Monica and we go to Ocean and 26. So 26 is right here. And Ocean is going to be down here. So they want everybody out of this area right here. And this is Brentwood. I just told you guys about, there's the Brentwood Country Mart, which is like, you always see celebrity shopping there, just like little stores and restaurants and coffee shops. And then you've got the Brentwood Country Club. All of this area here, they're saying, get the hell out of there. Leave. And this is Santa Monica. So we're now going south, right? So this is where the fire is right here. You can see Pacific Palisades fire. And then you're talking about it continuing to go south. At least they're worried about it coming into Brentwood. And again, let's just pop back to Zillow and show you what we're talking about as far as houses there. Because now, again, going back to Brentwood, I zoom out. Let me make this bigger. Hold on, let me scoot this. So you can see this is all Brentwood here. Zoom in. This is all this area right in here that they're saying get out of here. Again, cheapest house for sale there, 4.5, 5 million, 21.5 million, 22.5, 18.6, 4 million. So you can get in at 4 million. That's your best price. All these houses in trouble. 3.88. and they get cheaper as you get into Santa Monica. But all this area, by cheaper I mean 3.3 million. So when you look here, all of this is get out of here. And again, the value of the real estate's billions of dollars. I mean, it's again, we got this again. The wind's going to continue throughout the next 24, 36 hours. Back to KTLA for a minute. Give me a second to have a drink.
Wave of fire going over your head, and you could hear just how ferocious those how the wind howling over him, and I can't help but think of these fires as, you know, it's almost as if it's water, the way that it moves. You know, it's so vast and so fast, and like the ocean coming in and out. And
this is when the anchors are like, I have nothing more to say. The fire's like the ocean.
How much of an impact it's going to make, and then here you see
You know, I didn't say that on the stream yet, but I was gonna. That was my next thing. She stole it. This fire's like the ocean, coming in, coming out, waves. I mean, it's not like the worst comparison. Look at the fire. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh because it's just like I've done local news. These people have to stretch. There's a producer, you know, there's producers in their ears saying, "Keep talking."
Micah, keep talking, please. We need you to. We still have a couple seconds till we get to Jerry. He's live up on the street. Just keep talking. And you're trying to talk, and there's someone in your ear going, "Keep talking, okay? Listen, man. We're gonna have. Shut up! I'm trying to talk here."
So she's like the ocean and the fire. So look, let's just go back to the map. I'll leave that up, and I'm gonna find Eaton. Give me a second. Let me search Eaton on the map here. Wow, look at this. It's got all of the wildfires in the area. You can see everything here. So again, back to let's go to the 3D map one more time, and then we'll go back to KTLA. If my computer can handle all I'm asking it to do. I've even seen that meme where the guy has like 17 tabs open and it's like the computer's crying. That's me right now. It's like, can you turn my computer's like, can you turn some tabs off? That would be great. Let's go back and look at the 3D again. This is the evacuation order, and this is even updated. So you get Santa Monica's not even in this. Oh, here it is. You can see it right here. There it is. There it is. This is the evacuation warning right here. See this? All of this is Santa Monica. All these homes, okay? And then this is Brentwood. And then, so all of this is, again, prime, expensive-ass real estate. That's the country club and Brentwood, and the Getty Center's up here, which we've seen fires get close to the Getty Center. But, I mean, listen, talk about an expensive art museum. Beautiful. I've never been to the Getty Center. Go. We're not going to talk about what's under the Getty Center tonight, okay? Don't come in here and start. No. We're just talking about the art, okay? Don't come in here and tell me that. Well, I mean, listen, like I said, Jerry, Jerry, I'm just telling you, I'm not surprised. You don't act like what you're saying. I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying what I'm telling you, Jerry, is there's absolutely some truth in what you're saying. No question. I'm not going to do real estate on here. Insurance. Vader, you're just missing me do the fire live, Vader Monkey. Johann Gutenberg. I mean, we're trying to have fun with this too, because local news can't do that. The fires have been a thing for hundreds of years. Well, yeah, no, 100%. Tired retro gamer, no question. It's not. I'm not saying this is all started by homeless. No one's saying that. I'm telling you that you can't rule it out as one of the factors for one of these fires. You can't. I don't care what you tell me, because I live here. Okay. I'm not doing this stream from Columbus, Ohio, my hometown. I'm doing it right here in Burbank, and I drive around LA all the time. And I can tell you that the homeless problem is no joke. Okay. It's everywhere. And there are fires started everywhere. You know what? Just because I know someone out there is going, Weber's this or that. Let's just hold on. Let me just put this in here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to type in homeless fire, Los Angeles. And I'm just going to type it. I have not done this before. This is right now. Here's someone right here. A homeless person starting a bunch of fires in California, claiming that they're doing a good thing. Look, she's starting a fire right there. I don't know where this is. Like a desert. Okay, let's continue. Again, I didn't do this. You can see a lot. Actually, this is trending. A lot of people are talking about it. Hold on, let me go back. There, look here. Here we go. Okay, now listen. Say what you want about libs and TikTok. It's fine. No. Listen. Am I endorsing? I'm just going to use it. Okay. I'll tell you if I think it's objective. Here, listen here. I see this video from a follower. Happened last week in Los Angeles. Homeless encampment up in flames near a residential area. Fires at the homeless encampments in LA are growing crisis. Guys, I never saw this tweet. You guys got to understand. Anybody who watches M&T knows I don't bullshit. I've never seen this tweet before this moment. There are growing crisis. Recently, the freeway was shut down for weeks due to a fire. Remember, that was under the 101. Where was that fire? Where the freeway was damaged. Okay. Either way, 2021, 54% of fire emergency calls are from homeless encampments. And then, of course, she adds, I get it. You guys, some of your, then welcome to Gavin Newsom's California. Okay. There's your political. But the point is she's not wrong. Look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. These are houses. There's a fire. I'm just here to tell you, you're 100%. You're not wrong by saying that. The problem we have with society, right, is that no one wants to actually face the problem. No one wants to discuss it. And some people would be angry with me for bringing it up. That's not very nice, Eric. Too fucking bad. Do you think I'm worried about your feelings? Hell no. I want a world that is based on people having accountability. Okay. So, and I understand if you're homeless, it sucks. Okay. I've never been, but I can only understand. I can only imagine how awful it would be. That said, we cannot have people living in bushes starting fires. We can't have it. Do you guys understand? There's no negotiation here. Okay. So as I tell you that, my point here is that it is an issue. And it's not just because I'm seeing it here from libs of TikTok. She's 100% right. I just said it without seeing the tweet. So it is an issue. I'm literally watching a live stream of the fire destroying parts of LA, and the YouTube comments are split between hating homeless people, blue states, and denying that fires are real. We're not doing any of those things. Okay? No one's hating. We're just saying it's a factor. Got it? Fair. 100% fair. Back to KTLA for a minute, and then we'll go back to.
And you know what? That's what we realize with these fires is it's time to go. It is time to go because you never know which erratic way this wind is going to blow, not to mention what the fire pattern is going to be. I have been in some horrific fires, including the Paradise Fire up in Northern California, one of the deadliest fires, and I promise you this feels way worse, and that was one of the most deadly fires.
That's what I'm telling you guys here, being in LA now since 2017. I've never, and before that, back in the early 2000s, late 90s, this is as bad as anything I've ever. Look at this. I mean, do you see this? Look at this. This is, again, apocalyptic. It's not hyperbole to say what I'm saying. And you can see everybody sitting around. Where are they going to go tonight? Where are all these people?
We'll be back
a lot of them in wheelchairs. Where are they going? You know, where? And listen, everybody who's covering this, everybody who is fighting this is going to be nonstop around the clock for the next 48 hours plus, maybe more. Back to the map. Someone just asked me about Chatsworth. Let me go and show you where we are here again on the Google Maps. This is where the fire is, Palisades Fire. And again, this is all of this area, Brentwood, Santa Monica, all this is, they're saying, get out of here. This whole area we're circling, if I could circle it right here, you can see. And then we're going to go up. Chatsworth is going to be up here in the valley, Calabasas, all of that out here. Now, here's the thing. When you look at Thousand Oaks, all of this area is, again, up against the mountains on the other side. This could be an issue. No question about it whatsoever, because, again, all this is mountainous, right? All of this is brush. And then you get here to LA, all of this is brush across the middle. All these houses along Mulholland Drive you've heard of, certainly. Maybe you've watched the film. You go across here, Laurel Canyon, and then, again, we're here in Burbank right here. This is Burbank. It's where I am right now. And luckily, again, I don't live up against the mountain. There's mountains here. Okay, let me bring in the actual layers. Give me 1 second. Terrain. So you can see there's the mountains. And then we go across here, Altadena. Look here, see? So here's the Altadena fire right here. It's happening right here up against all of this. And then you have the Angeles National Forest. You have La Cañada, very expensive area, mega expensive homes up there as well. All of this is a fire area. You listen, you know, if you live in Los Angeles that you have possibly a fire situation in your future. So, you know, someone's out there going, well, these people live there, then okay, let's not do that. Okay. But technically you're not right. You're not wrong, because look, again, you can see this is where it is. This is all of this is built into, as we go back to, let's go back to Zillow and pick another house up there that's for sale that maybe is not going to be for sale after tonight. Go back to that $24 million house. Let's see. Let's have a look here. Beautifully manicured backyard. Let's see all the pictures. Let's go here. Let's see if we can find the backyard. And you can see what I'm talking about. There it is. That's up again. It's like a park. Okay. Hold on. Give it a second. I got to find it. That kitchen's amazing. I mean, for $25 million, you better get a good kitchen, right? Let's just $25 million. Good God. God, those tile floors. Those are something else. There we go. See, it's kind of just like a park out there, right? Up against the mountain. You can see you got all that brush, you know, hello. And then bang, next you know, it's all burnt down. Look at that. Wow. All of this is up here exactly where the fire is. Back to the map of houses for sale. Let me see if I can jet this out of here. So yeah, so this is all right here. All of this is the fire area. Again, back to the houses. Again, nothing's cheaper than 6 million here. I think the cheapest is 6 I can see. That's a lot for 750. It's like literally a quarter of an acre. No, it's probably actually not even that. It's probably the size of like an outhouse. That's it. That's all it is. And then everything else is, you know, 6 million. This is expensive real estate. There's no way to live in Pacific Palisades and be poor. There's no way. You look here, this house is in trouble. Look at this house, $7 million house. Let me roll back. Why am I seeing all this? But you can see, see what I'm talking about? Look at this thing. Looks like a Italian villa. Ooh, I don't like the walls. Can I just quickly mention I don't like the dark blue? Is that gray? Not a fan. Very not a fan of this house. I wouldn't be. No wonder it's been on the market for so. Look how ugly this house. I'm taking the other house. If you're asking me which house am I going to buy, this house is only 7 million though. The other one's 25. So I could buy 3.5 of these for that kitchen's kind of nice. The only thing I like about this house is the kitchen. That kitchen's badass. I would just move into the kitchen. Look how many ovens you have. Hey, everybody, we're having rotisserie chicken. What is going on with that? Sorry. It's fire and brimstone tonight, so might as well look at some kitchens. My God, it's like a wall. Is that a restaurant? What is that? That's a weird looking eating area, isn't it? I'd feel a little bit closed in. There's the wine area. No shit. Let's see. I can't. Where's the backyard? Hold on. I got to show you the backyard. What? Oh, God, that's ugly. Who the hell lived here? Liberace? That's some ugly shit. Look, what is going on here? Is this like, what was that club in New York in the 70s? What is this shit? Who lives here? No wonder the green cat. This is some ugly shit. No wonder they do have a home theater. We would broadcast MMT right there from the home theater. If I was, that's where we'd be. I'd be sitting in front of that. Look at me and my 6. We're not going to go look at any of the house other than right here. This is the only thing you can see because they're, ooh, God, what is up with that pool? But okay, back to the pool. So look, see all of that brush up against the mountain. So the marble will survive, but the kitchen's not going to make it. Maybe the ovens. I'm sorry, guys. Erick's heartless son of a bitch. I'm not over an hour. This is not what I normally do. Exactly, Jeff. Why is there 4 ovens? This is actually more fun than the fire coverage. Houses that are not going to make it from the LA fire. What the hell is this shit? Even who are the brothers, the brothers that are big YouTubers that get all the people that watch, they wouldn't even think to do this. Like, this is the weirdest stream. They're talking about houses that are going to burn in the fire. This one's 7 million. This is 10 million. Well, I don't know. Is this one going to make it? We should put money. Weber's going to get canceled for this. He's saying that he should look at all of these houses that are not. Well, that tree's pretty. It's gone. That tree's history. That view is something else, though. Well, if you live there, you can, have your last moments to look nice overlooking over the ocean as the fire comes and gets you. That's kind of like the Rogue One of houses. This dream is weird. All right, let's go back. I don't know what to tell you. The Pauls, thank you. The Pauls wouldn't even do this. Let's go back and just watch a little bit. We'll do the jokey stuff and then the serious stuff. Does that sound like fun? Okay, here we go. Let's go back and hang out at Eaton Canyon. This is right near where we're talking about. These houses with the 4 oven house is right here. So that's why we're trying to make it part so you understand where we are.
Because it's a lot more roomy and a lot more open roads than one way in, one way out. But again, everybody leaving at once can cause so many issues. As we were driving down New York, we couldn't see 5 feet in front of us at times. We were driving through flames at other times just to get through. And you
I knew I'd get in trouble. I knew I'd get in trouble. You heartless son of a bitch.
With other people and blocking the road, and then you find yourself. Yourself in a horrible position.
God,
can
I do a little both things?
Like this, Jennifer. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Listen, I already started the stream, Sherry, by saying, Sherry's saying, I already started the stream being Mr. Serious News Guy. Can I for a second have some fun talking about the house with the 4 ovens that's not going to make it? What's wrong with that? This is why I don't do local news. I can't do that on local news. I'm not on local news, Sherry. I'm on my own channel. I can do what I want. You cannot stop me, Sherry. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. And right now we're showing you the fire, and then we'll go back to the houses. That's how the stream's going to go. I will decide the format. You will not. No matter how. Thank you, Mahmoud. Sherry doesn't like it. Too bad, Sherry. I'm not producing a stream for you, Sherry, ever again.
In this Pasadena area, it is a massive evacuation zone.
I think it's kind of fun. It's literally like this is the manic stream of the fire. We talk about the seriousness of the human crisis and then talk about the houses that are about ready to get torched. Again, back to the map one more time, and we'll go look at some houses because that's more interesting than the fire at this point. No, I'm kidding, guys. I just went through. I did an hour. I did the whole. I already said that. Go back and watch, Sherry. Okay, stop. Leave me alone, Sherry. Okay, there it is. There's the Palisades fire. We go back and look at some more houses that are no longer going to be with us after tonight. Again, welcome here to MMT, the weirdest channel in the history of channels. Typically, we talk about movies. Tonight, we're talking about real estate because we want to show our versatility. We're going to do a college football stream at some point. Let's go back and let's find some more. This is all right here up against the fire. All of this is so no joke. So look, all of what you're looking at. So I zoom out, right? So everything Pacific Palisades is right. I was going to put it right. See, there's Pacific Palisades. All of this, okay? All of this. And again, you can see everything that is nothing less than, what is this thing? Is that a tree house? Good Lord. I kind of like this house. Let's hope this one makes it. That's we should on the stream we'll decide, let's all judge which house should make it and which house should be burnt. That's fucking heartless, you bastard. I'm not saying with people inside. I'm just saying if we can save only certain houses, should we save this house? I'll give you option A or option B. Guys, just let me do what I'm gonna do. Why can't I do it? Sherry doesn't want me to, but I'm not going to listen to Sherry. She can't stop me. This is a cool house. I'm thinking this is saving number one. Like if we had a draft of houses we want to save, this house is number one on the draft board. Hold on. You can't see it. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm still here. Sorry. Let me go back. I apologize. I had the wrong tab up. Look, don't you guys think this one should be number one on the draft board? It's like kind of I can't make it bigger. Let's see if I can go. Let me see if I can zoom in like this. Yeah, look. It's like a tree house. Look at this. Unbelievable. This is my kind of house. It's just weird enough. People come over and go, "You have a cool house." Yeah, I know I do. Look, it's open. It's got a lot of light. I mean, now it's going to have a lot more openness to it after the fire. But right now, it still has openness. Now it's going to have. We have a gigantic hole in the back. So fucking terrible. I'm not, guys, you understand. I just said it's awful. You guys don't understand. I'm talking about houses, not people inside the houses. Stop it, Sherry. Sherry's not getting, she doesn't understand what we're doing here. You guys get it. You guys get it. That fireplace is weird. I'll bet you the fireplace survives. The concrete in the fireplace will be the only thing there, but you'll have a lot of open space. I don't think that picture is going to make it. No, that tub, maybe. But this is one of our favorites. I think this one should be spared. Although, again, it's right up there. It's a tree house. I mean, you're basically right in the middle of this in a tree house. I hope those people are out of there at 16,525 Akron. What's for sale? Let's hope there's no one in there. Let's go to another house. Let's go to the 10 million. This one's for me. Oh, you did that one. Hold on. I see one for 24.5. Oh, wow. Okay. This is a really nice one. I think I like this one the most. Hold on. Let me zoom in here at some of these pictures. You can see, hold on. Let me hit all 35 photos. It says it has wonderful views of the fire. I would. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That's some dark shit. It has wonderful views of the fire. It's terrible. You guys, it's the house. There's no one in it. You see, there's no one here. Stop. It's 24.5 million. It does have great views of the ocean and the fire. I don't know what to tell you, Lon. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do that. Fine. We'll go. Let's look at one more house. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm sorry. Is anyone in these houses? Have you seen anybody in the houses we've shown? No, they're empty. They're for sale. No one wants to see them burn. I'm not saying I want to. I'm showing you how expensive the houses are here. The fact I'm saying that this one won't probably make it is just real. It's real. What do you want me to do? You want me to lie? I'm not a liar. Okay, this lot for 400,000 is probably going to be. Whoa, is that a house? It's a courtyard. There's a courtyard for sale. Wait. Oh, it's an apartment. Never mind. That place is in trouble. That apartments are right. Look where it is. It's right here. 5.8 million. Let's look at that one. This one's more in our budget. Ooh, I like this one. It looks a little 80s to you. Don't you guys think it looks a little 80s-y? Look, see that? Little 80s-y, right? The white. It could be the house in the substance. This is the substance house if she didn't live in an apartment, which I thought was weird. You know, I love Substance. It's our favorite movie of the year, but shouldn't she be living in a house with that much money? Right? Like, what's she living in an apartment? There's the washer dryer. I don't see that. This is, again, it's built right into the side of the mountain. This is why it's going to be a problem. Well, a couple more and we'll go back to the live coverage. Sorry, I'm just 5.87. That's a weird price. How much is your house? We're selling it for 5.874 million. Why don't you just round it to 6? Why are you just I'm not buying a house up here, Kuzma. I don't want to have no house. This is weird. Look at this. Almost looks like a house that Adrian Brody would design in The Brutalist. Hey, I brought it back to movies. You got to see The Brutalist. It's very good. It's not The Master, but it's very good. I like it. This is my kind of style, right? He's got the Aaron chair there. He's got the open floor plan. The kitchen's got that. That's a big-ass kitchen table. Look at that thing. Damn, man. It's 5 stools. Who the hell is this? A fucking Real World? Is this a Real World house? Who has 5 people over? Hey, everybody, come on over. I'm going to serve you at this gigantic island in the kitchen. And then look. Ooh, that's weird. This house only has 2 ovens. But it looks like 6 fridges. Do you guys see that? Those are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 6 fridges behind there. That's what I count. The oven's in the middle, and there's 6 fridges on either side. I don't know. Listen, I don't know, CJ. I'm just telling you it was weird. She lived in an apartment complex. All right, back to KTLA. Let's get some serious shit. See, that's what we're going to balance the real estate with the fire. Real estate, live fire. Okay, that's what we're doing. It's what the stream is. It's what I've decided the format's going to be.
And, where we are, we're right by the ocean, and the conditions are like this. So you can only imagine what it's like up in the hillside.
I
up in
agree.
the
That
more
house was too
mountainous
sterile.
regions, because that's where the wind conditions
Very much like
get
Robert
even more
Eggers'
severe.
films.
Wow. Okay. All right, Captain. Thank you so much. Obviously, this
But you
is a
just-
very
guys, you just-
evolving, changing situation here.
You just heard of me.
Extreme
The
fire
worst
danger,
is coming. I mean,
life-threatening fire
listen,
danger.
guys,
They've been
I'm
warning us
I'm
about this
having
for the
fun with the
last
real
few
estate
days,
and this and
there's
that.
numbers going
I've
up
already
behind
talked. Go back and watch the
numbers.
stream. I've already
Okay.
talked about how this is the
Oh,
worst
God.
thing to happen
All
in
right,
LA,
guys,
maybe ever, right? We
we're
talk
gonna
about
send
the
it back
loss
to
of
you,
the
but we're gonna
houses,
hop in our
obviously
car and,
lives,
go up to those other
cars,
areas
everything
and
that's being
try to
completely
find out
engulfed in
how,
flames. Goodbye.
those people that are
This
doing that are now
is
making
no
their
joke.
way
But
down
I'm trying to.
the
You guys
mountain,
understand this is.
to
You're
try
not
to get
watching
help from
KTLA. If you're watching
firefighters.
KTLA, we're
Here,
watching. We're
I'll send it back
dipping
to
in.
you.
This is not what I do. This is why I don't do local news anymore. Because they'd be like, Weber wants to talk about houses that are going to burn. But that's what I would do. And they'd be like, it almost like a Letterman's thing. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it just that's my humor. Okay, sorry. It's what it is. I'm not, no one's making fun of the fact that people are losing their houses. I'm just telling you these houses are not going to make it. You see the difference? And I'm having a little bit of, sorry, God, you guys are no fun. I know it shouldn't be fun. We're witnessing the last 10 minutes of asphalt cities. Let's go back to the houses. We can only just real quickly, a couple more houses, and then we'll maybe go to map, and then we'll be done with the stream. Because now at this point, Sherry's done with me. Whoever else, this guy's the worst person in the history of the planet. Here, well, I mean, no one's going to argue that. Let's see what else we have here. 5.8. We already looked at that one. I think we've done almost all the houses for sale. Well, here's one for 3.45. This is more in our range. Let's see what we get for 3.45. Ooh, this is all you get for 3.4. Shit, man. If that was in Ohio, that shit would be like, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me hit the button. How much would this house be in Ohio? Can everyone tell me? Nathan, you live in Ohio. How much would this house be if it were in Ohio? Forget what you see on the right. How much do you think this house would cost if it were in Pennsylvania, Indiana, Kansas, Oklahoma? How much would this house cost? 100,000, 280,000, 300,000. People are thinking. Let's hold on. But I haven't shown any pictures. It's only 2,200 square feet. The price, as you see, is 3.5 million. But let's just look and see what needs to be fixed. I like the backyard. It looks serene. It's got the artificial grass going on. You've got the patio. That doesn't look right with the house. It's like they made like a different backyard for the house. There's the front. I mean, it's not the prettiest house, right? The door. Look at that door. Oof. No, I do not want to get information on this. I don't have 3.5 million. I'm not one of the Paul brothers. That garage needs a new door, right? Can we agree? I mean, it probably will need a new frame by the time this is over, but God, Weber, you're such an asshole. Stop it. That's a bore. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of any of this. I'm not going to vote for. Okay, the kitchen's much nicer than the house. I would just move into the kitchen. Again, the kitchen's probably worth the 3.5. I don't know about that, but it's worth something more than the rest of the house is not good. What do we think about the floors? The gray floors I like. It's got that bathroom's okay. I don't know what to do with this room. I would probably have this be the MMT Live room against that brown wall. That would be the new MMT Live, and I'd walk outside for views of the fire. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, no. Forget it. That's it. You understand. It is what it is. I can't stop. I'm just saying you would have a good view of the fire right there. Sorry for everyone watching expecting a real news program. We did that already. I'm done with the news. I'm now doing a tour of real estate that's not going to be around after tonight. Modern living. Oh, what the hell? Look at this. What is this all about? Can you explain what I'm looking at? This is not attractive. This is 2.3. This is why it's 2.3. Oh my God. What's going on in that room? I can't believe it's even 2.3. I knew some people that worked hard all their lives to buy houses. No, I know, Tron. I know. Listen, I get choice like the pink sink. I'm just no, Trey, I'm not saying that these people deserve. I'm just saying these houses are likely not going to be here anymore. That is wow. What is going on with that kitchen? Can I just ask you guys what's happening with that kitchen? What in the hell am I looking at? Hold on, let me see if I can go back and just get a bigger picture. Hold on, let me zoom in. What is going on with this island? Can someone explain to me what this is all about? I don't, of all the things we've talked about tonight, I am most mystified by what looks like a store. Jesus, stop. What is going on there? It's like the leg lamp, right? It looks like that could be the leg lamp, only it's an island. Good Lord. You guys are okay. That's it. I'm done looking at houses. I'm going to get in trouble. Everyone's going to be like, Weber's the jerkiest guy. So back to KTLA for a minute, and then we'll stop the stream, and then I'll get a ton of hate mail. How dare you say all those empty houses deserve? I didn't say that. I said they're in the line of fire, literally in the line of fire. Let's go listen to KTLA for a minute. This is again right where we're talking about, right near the house with the weird island.
It's coming down the street.
See how I'm bringing it, making it more personal for you?
It would be this bad.
The weird
I mean, we
island
knew the
house
winds were
is
coming,
right down the street
but,
from this.
You know, it's never as bad as
I'm
until you see a fire
humanizing
over top
this.
of your
You
house.
understand? I'm humanizing this by showing you this and then showing you the
If they're
actual
not familiar
fire.
with this
You
area,
now
this
know
goes-
that
this is stretches
weird
a couple
island
miles
leg
across, not
thing is
only
in
our
trouble
mountains, but
tonight.
now
It's
in
in
our
jeopardy.
communities that are densely packed
Oh,
with
it's crazy.
homes.
Yeah, well, while we were trying to load this into a stretcher over here, 2 of the fire trucks pieced out.
I can't answer
because the
that,
house is on
Jan.
fire not 2 blocks south of us. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So what are your plans tonight?
Apparently Westwood is also evacuating, and I'm gonna head that way.
Oh,
So-
Westwood.
Yeah.
Nice
Hold
meeting
up.
you.
Let's go to Westwood, everybody.
The community coming together, that's always the silver
Whoa,
lining, but it's hard to
Westwood.
see that way.
Okay,
There's just
okay.
so
All
much
right. We're gonna stop the real estate tour for a minute, and we'll put her on pause. They lost the signal. See how she froze? That means she's frozen. That because obviously you see the video still going on the right, so she's herky jerky because it's hard to get a signal out of there. I can't believe I'm still on the air. The fact that I'm still live here in Burbank. Thank God I don't live near don't think I live in the house with the weird island. I wouldn't even be online. All right, here we go. Let's go and look this. Okay, here we go. Back to the map. They just said Westwood is being evacuated. So here we go. Let's zoom in. This is UCLA. Beautiful campus. If you can send your kids to UCLA, please do so. I mean, it's one of the best. I don't know what'll be left after the fire, but right now it's good. There's the In-N-Out where Giamatti had his burger. You can see it right there. That's the In-N-Out in Westwood. They're evacuating Westwood here. This is Wilshire. So remember the Golden Globes. Golden Globes here at the Beverly Hilton. This is on Wilshire. Let me take you on a tour of LA since I've been to all these places. Here we go. And live like 20 minutes away. With the winds, it might take 25 minutes to get there. Here's the Beverly Hilton. You can see it here. This is where the Golden Globes were the other night. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to zoom out and go down Wilshire. Wilshire winds and ends up in Westwood. Westwood is here. This is where UCLA is. They are going to go ahead. They said they evacuate this. Let me go to Twitter and see if I can find Westwood and find the latest on that. And then we will go. This is live. This is how we do it. Let's see. Westwood. I don't see anything here right now. Except they're doing a little bit. Okay, I don't see it's coming though. Listen, it's coming because when you look at this map, you can see that this is right. Look, here's the fire. Okay, right here, Pacific Palisades, where we just looked at all the houses. And you come across, and this is Brentwood. Then we come across the freeway, and we end up at UCLA. UCLA is right here, and this is Westwood. So again, look at all the mountains, right? Bel Air. You guys, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. The Playboy Mansion is right. Let me get you that. I can show you exactly where that is. Playboy Mansion's in here. Sunset. Give me a second. Let me go down. Beverly Glen. Here it is. So it's right in this. Here it is. It's right in here. This is where the apparently it's Kai Cenat's mansion. Apparently he lives there now. The big or Senate, however you say his name, the big streamer. He isn't doing real estate in Brentwood tonight. I don't even know what that guy does. I've never watched it. The Diddler's former mansion. Well, this is all. Oh, I think that's because that's the Playboy Mansion. This is all right in here. Former home of Humphrey Bogart. Yeah, right in here. So anyhow, that's where the Playboy Mansion was, whatever it's called now, the Diddler's house. And then we have UCLA there again. And again, this is being evacuated because, again, we talked about it. They're trying to set that fire line right here on the 405. There it is. See it, right? 405 splits the Santa Monica Mountains. Mandeville Canyon. Those are all the houses we just looked at, right? All those expensive houses right here. And they're in big trouble. And then the 405's here getting, and then of course this is again back into UCLA and Brentwood here. Holmby Hills. This is exactly where, yeah, exactly. I was right. This is exactly where it is. That's a little bit over from Westwood. And then you're going to get into Beverly Hills. But Beverly Hills, as you can see here, is more, they call it the flats, right? These are the flats. And then up here, this is a lot of fire action up here. Luckily, they have the Franklin Canyon Reservoir. You see it there? So at least you can get some water out of that. I assume they can tap into that to fight these things, should that be the case. But all this is mountainous. And here you got homes, multi-million-dollar homes. In fact, let me just do this. Hold on. Let's stop looking at the leg and let's go and look at, give me a second. Let me zoom out. I want to show you guys what the real estate looks like up there, just so you have an idea what the same kind of thing we're talking about. I'm going to go across. And I'm going to show you guys these houses over here that I'm talking about in Beverly Hills and all that. Here we go. So now we're into Westwood. Again, you're going to see the houses don't change in price. I mean, look here. Here's Holmby, $55 million. Okay. I think that might even be Hefner's place. $65 million. This is all right in there. 11.2, $45 million. Bel Air, $150 million. So these houses are even more, right? 40. Everything here is right. There's nothing for less than 10 once you get over here. And again, this is all in here. Benedict Canyon. When I was a PA on the Jeff Foxworthy show, I had to drop off the script. Jeff Foxworthy lived in Benedict Canyon. I was a PA. Yeah, that's my life's been a weird life. Let me just tell you. $10 million here. All these 89,000. What is that? That's got to be. It's a 0.36 acre lot. What can you even build there? Is it like literally like a spat? It's a spot of grass. And then you can see all these houses. This is all part of what I'm talking about. All through here, Coldwell Canyon. All of these. These are all. There's so many houses up in here. Let me just pick this one. 7.37. You can see what I'm talking about. Here's the view. There's the house. Hold on. Screw down. There's the house. Right. You can see they're just built into the sides of the canyon, and they're all next to each other, and they're all right in here amongst all the brush, right? This is what it looks like all up and down Mulholland Drive. That's what the house looks like on the outside. When you go by these houses, they're all on the cliff. So when you drive by on these little mountainous roads, that's what the house looks like, right? Garage right there, and then you walk down into the house, and it goes down along the mountain. That's what you're looking at across the board on almost, you could pick any of these houses and they're going to look just like this. Okay. All these houses. And again, like I said, all this real estate is absolute fortune. Nothing's cheap. 3.5. What is that? That's actually a good deal. This one's a good deal. I don't know if I like it. You got to go up the stairs. See right there. That's a deal breaker. If you're like an older person and have bad knees, just thinking ahead. This kind of looks like the Substance right here, right? Looks like 80s with that track lighting there, the neon. It's from the 80s. Whoever lived here. Is this Matthew Perry? No, don't do that, Weber. Don't say that. No, he lived in Brentwood. I don't like this house. I mean, I'd take it. But I'm just saying it's not my favorite of all the houses we've looked at that are in trouble of burning down here tonight. How about that? I want to just make sure there's never been a stream like this in my. Have you ever seen a stream where a guy talks about all the houses that are in peril and shows you what they look like on the inside without anyone living there? Have we seen one person tonight inside the house? 195 million. Let's just look at this. This is wow. Okay. So if you have 195 million, is that the J-Lo mansion right there? Let's see a couple. Wow. That's too much, right? That's the Brutalist. That's very brutally. That's just wait till you see Brutalist. You got to see it. Great movie. Very good film. I still like Substance over it, and go back and watch our top 10 movies of the year, but it's right there. It's very good. Oh, you got a gym. I'm in on that. Although I don't do Pilates, so I need more weights. Where are the weights? There's a bowling alley. Holy shit. This guy's got a bowling alley for sale. That would be so cool. I mean, for 195 million, wouldn't you expect to have a bowling alley? You'd expect anything. Do you have a bowling alley? Well, as a matter of fact, we do. Do you have home theater? We have 3 home theaters. We have an IMAX. An IMAX. Did I tell you guys the house up in the hills? Let me show you real quickly. They're in weather right now. Do you see? This is why I'm stalling, because I don't want to have. You guys don't care about weather. The house that they have all these really expensive parties in the hills. It's the Ross house, and it's up in here, and it's got. I'm not kidding you. I could show you on a map. I don't want to because I'll get in trouble. Oh, you can't divulge the location of the Ross house, but it's a really nice house that is in the mountains there off of Laurel Canyon. And all these celebrities come there and celebrate the awards films. They bring all the people in and they have parties there. It's amazing. But that house has a theater. Okay. That house has a theater in it that's almost the size of, it's not maybe an IMAX, but it's big. It's the biggest screen I've ever seen. When I walked into the room of this house, the Ross house, I go, holy shit. Who has a full-size theater in their house? He does, because he's the sound mixer, and they actually mix sound, the actual sound of films, a lot of films in that room in the hills in Hollywood. Wild, right? But I go back to, up there, these houses again, all up in the hills, all with brush. Another fun story. I spent Oscar nomination eve at Diane Warren's house in this general area. Diane Warren, biggest songwriter maybe ever. So she lives in this area. I mean, I told you guys I have a weird life. I'm not going to lie to you. It is what it is. But yeah, Diane Warren has a nice house in this area that could be in trouble. I mean, just trying to bring it back to Hollywood. Homeless will move into the hill. They already are. Jay, they already are. There's already homeless in the hills, no question. And the police aren't going to come. When you live in LA, if you have a problem with homeless, they don't respond. So you have to deal with it. So if you're up in one of these mansions and you have someone who's living on the side of the hill, which there are. Now, there's no question about it. I've seen it. You see it. They come out. In fact, if you go down to the Hollywood Bowl, when you come down through, when I was working out in Equinox for so many years, love that place. It just, at some point I got tired of drive. You're driving down to Equinox, you go by the Hollywood Bowl, and every time I come down through that Coanga Pass, you'd always see some homeless person walking down along where there's nothing, because they just came out of the hill. They came off the hill. They're living up in the hill, which is where these houses are. A lot of these houses, not the ones we're looking at here, but if you get over to this area over here, let me zoom over. This is what I'm talking about up in here. This is what I'm saying. They're up there. And again, the police aren't going to do anything. Okay. The houses are a little cheaper up here, probably because you have to deal with, I'm not even kidding you when I say this, probably because you have to deal with some homeless. You do. I mean, LA has got major problems with it. This is a beautiful house. I really like this one. Let's just look quickly. Can you see it? This one's only 4.6. Further over, but again, all up in the mountains. That's why we're talking about this, other than we're looking at houses, because why not? Unless you want to watch, the weather. Palisades fire, by the way, burning now almost 3,000 acres. 3,000. There's the reporter. Let's listen to her for a second, and we'll go back to the map.
People being treated for burns, and we weren't able to make it. We were about a mile away on PCH. We're on PCH right now. There's not much to see where we are, except for a couple of first responders, their vehicles. But in Malibu, when we were on PCH, it was almost like an inferno. Fire on either side of us as we drove from the Pacific Palisades into Malibu. Unlike anything I've ever seen before, all of those beachfront homes that you see when you're driving along PCH were reduced to rubble, completely engulfed in flames. And we got to a point about a mile from Duke's, where we were heading, where it was just too dangerous to cross the intersection. Those embers from those massive fires.
So you can see she's out there doing her thing. Listen, so Paul's like, this guy's unprofessional. You don't watch MMT. This is not a news channel. I am just on here talking about what's happening here tonight, and also talking about that. I'm allowed to do what I want. Paul, I can do it's my channel. You will not tell me how to operate. Okay? So if you don't like it, go watch the regular news. That's not what I'm doing. I've done that. We've done it. Guys, can you tell them we did that? I'm not sitting here. I'm telling you that I am allowed to discuss anything I want to discuss. I'm not going to be stopped by someone that it is crazy. It is what it is. That's what I'm trying to do, dude, is I'm trying to give you guys a view, right? 10,000 foot view of this thing here in LA, being here. And yes, am I riffing on some houses? Yes. So what, man? If you want to watch like regular KTLA, they're streaming, go watch it. It's fine. I'm just showing you, I'm trying to honestly show you what these places look like that are going to be gone. I mean, obviously you can see all these places for sale. I mean, look at all of it. I mean, most expensive real estate of virtually any city outside of like Greenwich, Connecticut, New York City, you're still talking about in LA. Even with the fire hazard, even with all of that, it doesn't matter. People want to live here. The weather is fantastic. Other than this, it's truly amazing. I mean, listen, you guys are like at 0 in a lot of places around. We're at like 70 today. With the wind, I needed a heavier coat. But you look at the reason people live here, because you have the beach, you have the mountains, and typically you don't have a raging inferno. But tonight and into tomorrow, we have that. Okay. Have I laughed at houses that cost $50 million that could be burnt down? Yes. But that's, again, guys, it's not a news show. But I think it's more real. We've also talked about the homeless problem. No one else. Do you think that local news talking about that shit? No, of course not. I mean, insurance companies are not going to be happy about this. Obviously, they're going to lose their ass. I mean, this is the kind of thing. That's why the people out here pay so much for the fire coverage. If you're going to live up in the hills, like these houses, like you just pick any one of these houses, I'll zoom in again. I'll pick anything up here in Sunset, which was burning earlier. This one's only 2.7. But again, right out here, you can see, look, from this first, that's what I'm talking about right there, right? You can see you're out in the middle of brush, essentially. You go out your back door and you've got coyotes. That's what you're living. That's how it is. The mountains here, so many rich folk live up there in the hills, and especially where you're seeing that fire where it started here in Pacific Palisades. That whole area up there is full of some of the biggest A-listers that you can imagine. You know, Paltrow lives there. I think Chris Martin from Coldplay lived there. Who like Tom Hanks? No, we're not going to do the Tom. I'm just saying. They're over there, all these big celebrities, Affleck and his family, they're all there. They're in Brentwood, which is right there. It's all next, right? Boom, boom, boom. So that's where you're talking about. And then you move over into the area. We're talking about Mulholland. Again, all kinds of celebrities up there. These people are super loaded and they don't care. They're going to live up in the beauty. And you just know that if you live up there, the risk is you're going to be in the middle of the fire if you live up there. I mean, all of this stuff is, you have fire protection space around the house up to 180. I mean, I listen, I'm just telling you that for some of these people, they better obviously have the insurance, but it's also going to be one of those things where I don't know if you're going to rebuild, right? And we saw this, FEMA. We saw what happened with FEMA in the Appalachia, the North Carolina, all that mess over there. You guys, listen, I'm just going to tell you that I've discussed this before, and I alluded to it earlier in the stream. Everyone says this is weather manipulation, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to tell you guys, and I've said this before, and I know it is what it is. I don't even care at this point. There is something incoming. I've alluded to it before, okay? There is something incoming, and it's something that doesn't happen very often. And when I say that we are in the end game, I firmly believe that. If you were to ask me, are we in the end game, right? Based on the biblical account of everything we're seeing right now, right? All of the signs. And I'm not even the most religious guy. Okay, this is not a religious stream. I'm not going to preach. I'm just going to tell you guys that I've shown it before on MMT Gets Freaky. There is some shit that's coming in, and it's going to change our planet. So that's what we're seeing. That's why you're seeing the weather you're seeing. It's not from manipulation. I'm not saying they're not doing that. It's because of the forces of what is incoming. That's all I'm going to tell you without all Weber's. Just trust me. When it happens, when all this happens and it's divulged to you, remember who was on top. Remember who told you first. Me, because I am good at reading the room. Very good. Not so good at not riffing on houses that are going to burn down. Sorry, I just let me do it, man. Can't I just do it? Bob Barker lived up there, Tron. Bob Barker lived off of Outpost, which is in that area we're looking at right here. So, by the way, literally just heard like the tree sound like it came down. That's how bad it is. $750 per household. Is that all it is? Wow. Yeah, listen, Londa, I'm 100%. I'm not kidding. It sounds crazy, right? What I'm telling you is like, the news is going to tell you this. Okay. You guys, I'm not going to do MMT Gets Freaky tonight because then I'll have to really get into it. I'm just here to tell you that something is here, not a UFO, but think along those lines. And as such, it is going to, if not wipe out a lot of us, it's going to change a lot of things. I'm telling you that when I go back and I look at, okay, let's just have some fun for a second. Because this stream has been a total blast. Because I mentioned, you remember we talked about Greenland? Okay, this is what, you're not getting this from the Paul brothers. You're not getting this from anybody because first of all, this is the kind of stuff that they're going to be like, excuse me, you can't talk about this. I don't care. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to show you guys a trailer, and I'm going to tell you guys that if you think about what you heard about Trump and Greenland in these terms of what I'm about to show you, and I'm not kidding when I say this, then you'll start to understand more about what I believe is actually occurring. Here we go. Let's watch the Greenland trailer. And now think about what you heard about Trump saying we need Greenland. Okay. You're like, why? Okay. And think about what I told you about the weather, things we've never seen, things that are destroying. I mean, we're seeing weather that, go back to Hawaii. You're going to say that was okay. Just think Hawaii, Appalachia, tonight, LA. Watch this and just think.
Is this Clark? This interstellar comet? Right? I mean, it's big news.
I don't see Clark.
Oh, maybe he's still sleeping.
Dad.
Some of Clark's larger fragments are now expected to enter our atmosphere.
That's right. And others are just. What are they saying?
More of the same.
It's going to make a heck of a show.
Whoa. Where are they going?
I don't know. When the first chunk is about to hit.
Hit?
Only part of it. It's going in the ocean. Would you look at that? Wait, what is the explosion?
We now are getting word that the fragment has hit Central Florida.
Oh my God. Wait, are some more pieces gonna hit?
Come on, let's go.
But the sky's on fire.
2 days. They got it all wrong. There's a ton of fragments. Planet killers.
And by the way, we're seeing that stuff in the. If you guys pay attention to Twitter, look at all the stuff you're seeing in the sky. Just pay attention.
Safety.
They've been tracking the military flights to bunkers in Greenland.
It's our only chance.
Move back! Perimeter breach. Runway 33.
Allison! Nathan! Allison!
Where's Dad?
We'll find him. It's okay. Clark's largest fragment will hit in less than 24 hours.
I swear, I'm going to get my family into that bunker.
Into the bunker. In Greenland.
If you are hearing this broadcast, seek shelter immediately.
What is it? What's going on?
If you are hearing this broadcast, seek shelter
John, go!
Seek shelter immediately.
Hang on, Nathan.
Seek shelter immediately. Seek shelter immediately.
The trailer's better than the movie, by the way. But okay, so I didn't want to do this. And yes, I think, was it John who said we're doing a full MMT Gets Freaky? I'm just here to tell you that, think about this, right? Greenland came out during COVID. It's not a fan. The trailer's enough. The trailer's enough. He's got to get his family there. Apocalypse. Remember, Greenland, Trump, we got to get Greenland. Okay. All this crazy weather. Listen, I'm not telling you it is. I'm just here to tell you that I see a lot of signs. I see a lot of things that are coming together. Okay. And we started off the stream talking about the fires, and we still are a little bit longer. But this is more interesting to me, right? We talk about movies. Great. Awesome. We just talked about a movie here. But to me, I really do. I really believe that there are so many signs that we are coming to the end of a cycle. Okay. Whatever that means, the end is coming for a lot of, let's just say, the world. And it's right in front of you, man. It's right there. It's 100%, 100%. And remember 2012, right? Remember 2012. But remember, listen, all of the stuff predictive programming they talk about, and I've talked about this before, and I've shown this. If I've never shown it to you before, I might just do it because why not? But the reality is this. If you spend any time on Twitter looking at people discussing events happening around the world, if you spend any time with your eyes open, you'll see that there is something very alarming afoot. Okay. And it's not Trump coming into office. It is far worse than that for some of you. So just know that I do believe that that's where we are headed. And so, but the funny thing is like, who was it? Jeff saying, I'm not going to get to sleep. German. Listen, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just here to tell you that just be happy with being alive today. I really mean that. I really started to think about that more and more over the past several years when I went through my massive depression, right? From about 5, 6, 7 years ago. I went through, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to tell you that it was brutal. And once I went through that, I said to myself, let's not freak out so much about the future. Let's worry about now. Let's worry about today. Let's worry about just being happy to be here now. And I think once you start to focus on that, the rest of it really doesn't matter. So if you start to be more mindful of just being thrilled to exist, that's enough for now. And then if you don't worry so much about things it's out of your control, man. If what I just told you is reality and they need Greenland for what the movie says, then we're going to be sitting here having a stream. I'm going to be sitting here doing my thing, playing beach volleyball, and all of a sudden, wham. Okay, that's it. We're done. Right? Exactly, Gregory. You focus on now. I think the more mindful you are now, the better off you are. Let's go quickly back, look at KTLA, a couple more minutes here. I promised I wouldn't go on forever, and look at me. Here I am looking at KTLA at almost 10. We'll go a few more minutes and no more than 2. I'm not doing more than 2 hours. 2 hours is like my max. Although I did the 3-hour Avatar 2 stream. Ugh. One more time, back to the map, and I'll show you where we are one more time for everyone joining us here after the discussion of the world coming to an end. Here is Pacific Palisades fire going to cross into Brentwood, south to Santa Monica, all evacuated. All of that green evacuated. Santa Monica up to Brentwood Country Club there. You can see it here. Getty Center up here. All of this area, they're saying, get the hell out of. There's the Getty Center there, 405. They're trying to make the 405 here, north-south, running through the Sepulveda Pass. That could be your break point. That could be where we're going to get the fire line. Let's get it stopped here, because if it jumps across the 405, then we're already seeing the evacuations come out of UCLA right here. This is all Westwood. UCLA, the big Veterans Cemetery there along the 405. This is all UCLA. You can see there's the practice field for the football team, all of that. And then you go up, you've got the private golf course, and then you've got all these multi-million-dollar houses, Bel Air, all the way across Mulholland Drive, taking you all the way across LA. And that's the 101 there. We're broadcasting here tonight live from Burbank, which we're looking at right now. Someone said Burbank's close to the fires. Yes, but look, I'm in this area, the flat, right? I'm in the flat area. This is where you don't want to be in Burbank, up against the mountain. You can see here. This is where you could see some stuff break out as we go over to Pasadena, Altadena. This is where that other fire is happening. I wouldn't be surprised right now if there's even more. There's another fire, because we've talked about all of the sources of the fire, everything that's happening. There's so much at play here that I have a feeling we're going to end up with a lot more issues overnight, because the winds, as I listen, hold on. It sounds like they've stopped for a little bit. They were really bad about an hour ago. But since I've been on the stream, they sound like they're a little bit better than they were. That said, it doesn't mean it's done. They'll crank back up in the morning, right? So it's a 48-hour event. Okay, that's the key. But as you look back and we go to the map and zoom out, you can see exactly what I'm showing you here. This is, again, the entire LA area here as we go all the way up. And you can see this is where we're talking about. So this is all just so much trouble spots, so many places this can break out. One more dip into KTLA here.
Your vehicle in the middle of the road. If you do have to stop and get out of it, pull over, go up on the curb onto the shoulder, and always leave room for those trucks to get by. It was a crazy scene there.
Oh my God.
In the Palisades today, guys.
It certainly was. It was hard to believe that they were being bulldozed, actually. And so, but that's what happened, because they needed to get through. And again, they're trying to save people first, then property. And if they're trying to get people out, they're going to do whatever they can to get.
They're stretching, right?
Get you out of the way.
No, they've been on for 2 hours too. I've been talking longer than you, Lou.
Absolutely.
And longer than you, Micah. I've been talking for 2 hours straight by myself with a couple dip-ins to you guys. But yeah, this. I used to be the anchor guy on the left. That was me. Now I do real estate on the side. You can see the fire layout. I mean, listen, it's hellacious, right? Yeah, 2012, exactly. Predictive programming. I mean, 100%. Yeah, I mean, listen, we're good here in Burbank, but I know a lot. Here we go back. You can see here these. Oh, man, if you have your house up there, everything gone, and they're not going to be able to get this thing contained. Not right now. Not anytime tonight. As we go back and look at the Google Maps, you can really kind of just see the better without the 3D. I think it's all this area. There's this. So if it gets into these hills, man, it's on. Look, it can keep going all the way over into Glendale. That's why they've got to try to get this thing under control. And it really comes down to the winds. As we look at the wind gusts, it's not going to be much better, I don't believe. Hold on, let me see if I can get the wind gust right now in Burbank. Let's see, weather, high wind warning. Here it is. Let me just hit this. More information. Boo. 1 sec. Official updates. High wind warning here. Yeah, it's bad. It's going to last all day tomorrow. High wind warning effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow. 30 to 50 mile an hour. Widespread gusts up to 80 miles an hour. So this is a real problem, obviously, here tonight. Yeah, if you're in there, get out of there, Leia, obviously, 100%, like they're saying here on the news here tonight. A couple more minutes. We're out of here on this live MMT. I hope you enjoyed it. I know at times we were a little goofy. I get it. We're talking about the real estate. What do you want? Listen, man. And we talked about Greenland. We talked about movies. I can't sit here and tell you that I'm going to, be professional the entire time. It's not what I'm doing, man. It's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to have the events occur. You guys have a place to kind of hang out for a little bit, and we try to humanize it. And then, yeah, I mean, listen, we're showing you buildings that are in trouble. They're in peril, okay? Some of these houses, and they're all expensive. So there's all that. Schools are burning down. I mean, everything about this is horrific. And I just wanted to come on here live and discuss it here tonight, along with some other things. And I appreciate you guys being here. I'm about exhausted. I'm about done. That was fun. I thank you guys for being here. We might do it again tomorrow night if it continues. But for now, we are going to slowly wrap this. And thank you guys for being here. And go check out Greenland. I don't know if I really want you to watch it. It's not that good. The trailer's good, but just do this. Pay attention to things a little more carefully, because if you are paying attention to everything that's happening, including someone mentioned the fog, that is part of what I'm talking about. The fog is part of what I'm talking about. Not the movie. The Fog's one of them. Oh my God, The Fog, John Carpenter. Love one of my favorite horror films. But The Fog is part of what I'm talking about. This incoming object. That's all I'm telling you. It's part of it. So if you look into that, you're going to realize that just be happy to be alive today. Okay. Because some people are losing everything tonight, even though we did kind of riff on some houses that we're going to burn down. That's not the lives, right? The lives impacted. That's what matters here tonight. And it will continue over the next 24 to 48 hours. It's going to be really bad across LA. Thanks for being here. As always, MMT, appreciative of the audience, and forever we will be here to talk about movies or whatever else we want to talk about whenever we go live. Get the notifications on YouTube. Find us on Midnight Movie Talk on YouTube. Otherwise, X all the time. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here live from City of Angels. Peace out. Be safe. See you next time.